everyone, I'm Amy with Eating Healthy, Spending Less, and today I'm so excited to share with you my healthy treats that I love to make when I've got a sweet tooth. Let's do this. By far, my most favorite is just some simple chocolate chips. That's right, I love these Enjoy Life chocolate chips. They're dairy-free. They're just a few ingredients. Let's see, unsweetened chocolate and cane sugar. That's it. You've got to give these a try. I find them at Walmart in the gluten-free section. Number 2 is my frozen blueberry ice cream. It's just 2 ingredients, 1 cup of frozen blueberries and 1/4 of a cup of oat milk, but any milk will work. Blend it together in a mini food processor and you have the perfect ice cream. No sugar necessary and it's delicious. Now honestly, you could add any toppings that you want. Today I'm adding some chopped up strawberries and chocolate chips, but peanut butter is always delicious. This one, you guys, is so good. This is my favorite treat. Cheers! And sugar-free besides the chocolate chips, no sugar. Number 3, my frozen peanut butter balls. These are a huge family treat at our house. It starts off with my famous peanut butter frosting, which is just peanut butter, pure maple syrup, and a little non-dairy milk. You're going to mix those 3 ingredients together until they're well incorporated. Then you'll be adding 2 cups of old-fashioned oats. Now add in 1/4 of a cup of mini chocolate chips. Of course, you know it, those Enjoy Life brand ones are my favorite. I like to just line a little cutting board with a piece of parchment paper and scoop out little scoops using a cookie scoop of this mixture. You can eat them as is, but we also like to freeze them. They are the best treat. And of course, they're totally portion controlled. Number 4, honey nut brittle. This is probably my kids' favorite treat. You want to take a 1 cup measuring cup and add in a mixture of your favorite nuts and seeds. Today I did walnuts, pecans, pistachios, and pumpkin seeds. But if you just want to use peanuts, that's perfectly fine too. Now my walnuts were frozen, so I wanted to heat them up a bit and let those oils release so that when I add them to the honey, it's not going to be super cold. Once those oils start to come out of the nuts, take them out and add in your honey. And don't worry, the recipes for you are in the description box below. Now we're just going to heat up the honey until it really starts to caramelize. Watch how this honey changes as it cooks. The color becomes so much more richer and darker looking, and don't worry, it's not burning. So add in the nuts and incorporate those ingredients together, and then just let it cook. I love adding a little dash of cinnamon on top. You'll really notice the flavor, and it's just delicious. To know when your brittle is done, you want to take a cup of cold water and add a drop of honey to it. If you have a little pearl, then you know it's done. Lay out a piece of parchment paper and pour your brittle on it. Spread out the nut butter evenly, and then I like to add just a little sprinkling of salt on top, and then you just want to let this cool. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, we love this. After it's cooled, this is the fun part. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so you just want to start breaking it into pieces. The longer you let it sit, the harder the honey is going to become. Here it's just a little bit warm, and this is when my kids just totally dive in. Number 5, healthy no-bake cookies. Yep, you read that one right. We're going to start off with a little pure maple syrup and peanut butter. And to replace that white sugar, we're going to use coconut sugar. To replace oil or butter, we're going to use applesauce. Yep, trust me on that one, it's awesome. Now let's add some cacao powder, or cocoa powder works great. And we're going to transfer this pot over to the stove. Incorporate those ingredients well, and then we're going to bring this to a boil. Now, when it starts to bubble, as long as you can stir it down to where it's not bubbling anymore, then it's not ready to set the timer just yet. There we go, that's what we're looking for. So set your timer for 1 minute and we're going to cook this baby. Keep it stirred constantly. Now we're just going to take it off the stove and add 2 cups of old-fashioned oats and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Mix it together, and now it's time to scoop out those no-bake cookies. If you were to ask my husband what his favorite cookie is, he would tell you it's no-bake cookies. So I knew I had to come up with a healthier option, and I'm so pleased with this recipe. The recipe is on my website, and you'll find the link in the description box. And number 6, puffed kettle corn. You can buy this puffed corn at any health food store in the cereal section. Add in a little pure maple syrup, some cinnamon, and a little bit of salt. And we're going to bake this in a 350-degree oven for between 5 and 8 minutes. Make sure you keep a close eye on it because it can burn very easily. I know from experience. Now, we like to enjoy this as is, but let's kick it up a notch. Let's melt some chocolate in a double boiler and drizzle it over the top. Oh yes. And then we took some freeze-dried strawberries and blended them up in a blender, and we're going to add them on top of that beautiful chocolate drizzle. Oh, my kids are going to go crazy for this treat. I actually might eat a lot of this. It's so good. Well, I hope you got some great ideas today on healthy treats that you can make when you've got a sweet tooth. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out. I make YouTube videos on handcrafted recipes, using fresh ingredients, and everyday living. And don't forget, this girl is on a budget. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.